Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and joining me for a class today. I have got a Pilates Yoga Fusion class just for you, and I certainly hope you enjoy. We will be focusing on the back of our body, really toning that spot where our thigh and our glute connect, and working on our plank in this series. So roll out your mat, give me a like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's get going. Let's begin standing on our mat with our feet about hip distance apart. Maybe bend your knees, maybe sway your hips, give yourself a little wiggle, and then start to stand up taller and straighter. Hands are heavy by your side. Almost imagine you have weights in them and they're being pulled down to the ground, and you're actively keeping those shoulders in place, not letting them slump forward, not letting them go too far back, but just broadening across the front of your chest. Pull your belly button in, zip up through the front of the body. Think of pressing down into the ground with both feet, toning your inner thighs towards one another. Take a great big inhale through your nose and a big sigh out the mouth. One more big inhale. Let it go. And from here, drop your chin to your chest. Keep that feeling of your fingertips being pulled to the ground, but those shoulders stay in place. And start to roll all the way down to the ground. Now you can go as deep or shallow as whatever works best for your body. So if you don't come as far as I do, no, that's A-okay. But otherwise, just let that head be nice and heavy. Wherever your hands are, just let them melt on the ground. Head is soft, neck is long. Big inhale, bend your knees, slowly restack the spine. You still have those imaginary weights in your hands and you're still actively keeping the shoulders in place. No hurry, no rush. Slowly arrive standing tall and straight. Immediately drop your chin to your chest and roll right back down. No hurry, none at all. When you arrive down, you can be perfectly still, or sometimes it feels nice to nod the head, yes and no, to maybe even swivel the hips a little. You can do whatever works for you, but begin to restack one vertebrae on top of the other until you make your way all the way up to standing. Last time, chin to chest, bend the knees, roll yourself down. And now wherever you are, we do want to bring our hands to the mat. So you can bend the knees as deeply as you need to. You could even rock your weight a little bit forward if that works for you. But otherwise, go ahead and touch the ground with your hands. And I want us to step back into a great big plank. Now, if you've taken any number of classes with me, you'll know that in plank, I would 100% rather your hips be a little too high than ever allowing this to happen. That puts a lot of undue pressure on our lumbar spine, on our wrist, our shoulders. Basically, letting your hips go too far forward rather than sticking them up is just not good for the body at all. So, take a moment and imagine that you're standing upright once more. You're still drawing your inner thighs towards one another. You're still lengthening through your low back, trying to press those heels towards the ground. Broaden your shoulders. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, can you evenly set the knees down, toes tucked or untucked, realign the spine once more, almost think of pressing your pubic bone lightly forward, only so much that we're not arching through the back. Take a big inhale. And then trying to graze the inner part of your elbow towards your low ribs, slowly come all the way down to the mat. Adjust if you need to. Maybe you're a little too far forward like I am. That's okay. But keep hugging your elbows into your sides. It's almost like there's a rubber band around your elbows, trying to pull them in towards one another. Those shoulders should still be down the back. Press into the mat and almost think about sliding your fingertips forward. As you do that, hopefully those shoulders slid down a little bit more. What's going on in your lumbar spine? Are you dumping everything forward? Are you letting your pubic bone come away from the mat? Press the pubic bone down. Lengthen through that lumbar spine. Imagine I'm holding your ears and I'm pulling them forward. 3 times. Inhale, roll up, find the teeniest of baby cobras. Exhale, gently roll down, hollowing your tummy as you do so. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders, hug those elbows together. Exhale, belly button pulls in towards your spine as you lower down. Last one, roll those shoulders back, hover your heart away from the ground. Exhale, soften all the way down. Take your hands out in front of you, bend your knees, and a little windshield wiper side to side. No hurry, no rush. Soften those toes back down. Keeping your hands in front of you, roll the shoulders back, press down in your pubic bone, lift the belly button up. Find space across the front of your chest. Press deeper into the top of your left foot. And I want us to think about that spot where your thigh and your glute connect. If you've done classes with me, you know what I'm going to call it. Our thutt, our thigh-butt connection point. I want you to give that a gentle squeeze, especially on the right side. Pressing into the top of the left foot. Take a big inhale. Now exhale, rise the right foot up. Inhale, touch that foot back down to the ground. Exhale, squeeze your thutt as you lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. 2 more down. Exhale, lift. Last one down. Exhale, lift, hold. Imagine I am holding onto your ankle and I am pulling it away from you. You are opening up through the front of your hip, through the front of that psoas. Keep an even weight distribution between your right and left elbow. Don't let yourself slouch to one side. And then from here, 3 times, I just want you to think of squeezing that thutt so much you pulse your heel up. We go 3, 2, 1, relax. Squeeze, lift, 3, 2, 1, relax. 2 more sets. As you do this, know that your leg does not have to go as high as mine does. It is all about finding that activation, that connection with your body. Last one. Soften that foot down. Wiggle anything out you need to. Press into the top of your right foot. Squeeze that left thutt big. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. Hollow that tummy every time you lift the foot up. Think of almost making space underneath your belly button. 2 more. Up and down we go. Last one. Lift and hold. I am yanking that ankle away from you. You are keeping your spine so long. You're reaching the top of the head forward. Those shoulders are soft and long. Take a big inhale. Little pulses up. 3, 2, 1, release. Squeeze and lift. 3, 2, 1, release. 2 more sets. 3, 2, 1, let it go. Last one. 3, 2, 1, relax. Bend those knees. Take a little windshield wiper side to side. Go ahead. We're going to take our hands down by our low waist again. Elbows pulling towards one another. Tuck your toes. We have options here, my friends. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but if we're in the mood, we're going to rise back up to our plank pose. Hollow that tummy. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, press the mat away and lift back up. Ooh, that was a big one. I know you did wonderfully. Low belly in. Remember, you can lift those hips if you need to. Take a breath. Find your downward facing dog. You can paddle out those hips. You can nod and shake the head. There is no hurry. I often see people have very narrow dogs, and a good rule of thumb is your hands and feet should be in the same place during your plank as it is when you tip back to that downward dog. Now, everyone's proportions are a little bit different, so that is not a black and white rule. You can always adjust for your own body. From here, I want you to inhale, lift your heels up high and lift your sitting bones as you do. Exhale, keep the sitting bones in place. Soften the heels down, lengthening longer through your spine. Inhale, rise up nice and high. Exhale, bring it on down. One more time. Inhale, nice and high. Exhale, bring it down. Are those shoulders rising up to your ears? Oh, mine were a little bit. Keep them down, keep them broad, pull that navel in, draw your ribs towards one another. And then from here, take a breath. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward. Remember, you can give your hand a little, or your leg a little scoop if you need to, and that's okay. From here, think of pulling your front heel towards your back toes. That should create a little bit of lift through our inner thigh. From here, press down into the ground and see if you can hover your fingertips up and away. If we did not do that as gracefully as I did, that's okay. Soften the hands down. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together, pull that belly button and hover the fingertips away. Lower right back down. 2 more just like that. Inner thighs pull together, low belly comes up and in. Bring it on down. Now this time, go ahead, slide up, hold here for a moment. Take your hands to the tops of your thigh and reach the back of your neck a little longer. Press that heel deeper. Find a great big stretch from the top of your head, through your back, through the back of the leg, down towards your heel. Take a full inhale. Lower the hands down. Press the left hand down. Maybe take your right hand up for a twist. If this is too much today, that's okay. We can hold here, but sometimes in my own shoulder, I like to circle my arm around, just getting a little mobility there. And then reverse the other way. No hurry, no rush. Take that hand back down to the ground. Step back into your plank pose. Hold here. Now, if we want to lower onto our knees first and then onto our tummy like we did before, that is a-okay. Otherwise, shift the weight forward, point those elbows back, and let's lower down for 3, 2, can you hold? 1, relax. Untuck those toes. Hands can stay here and we can repeat our little cobra, or you can take them out to the side, elbows lift high, fingertips tenting, press down in your pubic bone, roll the shoulders, lift the heart and chest, maybe come up a little higher on this one. Exhale, pull your belly button in, slowly come on down. 2 more, roll the shoulders, lift the heart and chest. Exhale, soften down. Go only so far as what feels good for your body, especially for that low back, our lumbar spine. Be loving and delicate to it. Don't feel like you have to jam yourself up all the way. Take those hands by your sides again. Tuck the toes. You know where we're going. What do you need to think about? Big inhale. Exhale, press yourself up. Find your plank pose. Another breath. Send the hips back. Return to your downward facing dog. What do you want to do here? Swivel the hips, nod the head, be perfectly still. It is your call. No hurry, no rush. Big inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Find that lunge just as we did on the other side. You might need to adjust. Sometimes we kind of step wonky. Don't feel like you have to place the foot and leave it hanging there. But do draw those inner thighs towards one another. Again, for me, it's that image or that feeling of pulling my front heel towards my back toes, squaring off my hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, hover up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, belly button pulls up and in, away from the top of your thigh. Lower down. A couple more on your own breath. Notice as I rise and lower that I am trying to keep my spine nice and straight as I come on up. Now hold here for a moment. Take a breath. Maybe bring those hands to your thighs. Roll those shoulders back. Press your heel down deeper. Find that length in the back of the body. No hurry, no rush. But eventually soften the hands down. Press into your right hand to lift your left up for a twist. Take all the time you need. Broaden those shoulders. Lift those fingertips up, big inhale. Set that hand down. Step back to your plank pose once more. We'll lower onto our tummy again. You can do that knees first, or you can go down in one piece. Shift the weight forward if you do. Let's lower down for 3, 2, can you hold? Keep it there, and 1. Untuck the toes. Once more, open up those fingertips, lift the elbows high. This time, roll up, pause for a moment, press down into your pubic bone. Imagine me pulling your ears away, and I want you to look over your right shoulder for a little twist. Exhale, bring your gaze back to center. Look over your left shoulder. Back to center. Maybe lift half an inch higher, and then how slow can we come down for 5, 4, pull that belly button in, keep it away from the floor. 2, 1, lower down, bend your knees, windshield wiper side to side. We'll stay here like we did before, press into the ground, open up side to side. Think of cinching the waist. You've got a tiny belt around the middle of your waist, ever so lightly pulling in. Press into the top of the left foot, take a big inhale. Lift the right foot up, keep it there. Now instead of just lifting and lowering, I want us to set our foot off of our mat, and then exhale, use your inner thigh to pull it straight back behind your hip. Inhale down. Exhale, tone the thutt, inner thigh pulls in. 3 more, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Last one, lower down. Lift back up. Now, keep your foot nice and high, just as high as you can take it. It doesn't have to be super high. But instead of dropping it down to the ground, I want you to slide it off the mat, keeping it high, and then inner thigh pulls together. So you're trying to keep it at the same height. It's almost like there's a little ledge that your toe is touching, and you're just sliding it across the ledge, and you're using your inner thigh and your thutt to pull it back. 3 more, open and close. Last one. I lie. I'm bad at counting sometimes. This is the last one. Open and close. Hold it right there. Squeeze that thutt. Press your pubic bone into the floor. Pull that tummy in. Take a great big inhale. We're going to repeat our pulses up. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Again. 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Wiggle anything out you need to. Press into the top of your right foot. Big inhale. Exhale, lift the left. Now again, we've got it up here. We're going to touch it off the mat away from us. Exhale, pull it straight back up. Touch it down to the ground off the mat. Lift it straight back up. 3 more. And as we do that, still press into your pubic bone. Pull that belly button up and in. You want to keep the weight as even as possible through your hips, not letting the left hip dig down or letting that right hip move away. Last one, down and up. Lift it behind you. Now it's that little ledge slide. Keep that toe level. Don't let it go up and down. Inhale, slide it away from you. Exhale, inner thighs pull together. Inhale, slide it away from you. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more, open. Exhale, close. 2 more, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Bring it in, stay. It's time for a little pulses. Take a big inhale. Pulse it up. 3, 2, 1, pause. Again, 3, 2, 1, pause. 2 more, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper, side to side. Once more, hands by your side. Tuck the toes. Turn on your legs so much those knees move away from the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly press yourself up. Another breath as you arrive. Exhale, find your dog. No hurry, no rush whatsoever. If you want to move and wiggle, if there's something that feels good, you go ahead and do it. From here, we'll inhale, lift our right foot up. It does not have to be the highest downward dog you've ever done. With one leg lifted, it can be nice and low, and that's perfectly fine. What I do want you to focus on is keeping your heel up and your toe down. Take a big inhale. 3 times, exhale, pull your knee to nose, curl forward. Inhale, drive the foot away, send that heel out. Exhale, tone the tummy, hug your shin into your chest. Exhale, send it away. Last one, pull it in and hold. Hug it up a little higher. Broaden through the back of the body. Relax your neck. Take a big inhale and set the foot down. Hold here. Give yourself a breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to set our back knee down. This might be enough of a stretch for us. Stay right here if you want to. But otherwise, take your hand to the top of the thigh. Even though we have our knee on the ground, it's now that feeling of pulling your heel towards your knee so we can still keep that lift, that activation through our inner thighs. Pull yourself up. Maybe take your hands up. If it's too much, keep them on your thighs. That's okay. If we can, reach them up nice and high. Lift those fingertips. Draw your low belly in. Big, deep, full inhale. Exhale, set the hands down. Tuck your toe, lift your back knee, hold. Give yourself a breath. Take a breath. I said that twice, that's okay. From here, this is a challenging one, but I want us to press into our hands to round through the back of the body and then pull that knee into our chest once more. Hold it there. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow your tummy, hug your knee in more. Inhale, three-legged dog. Set that foot on the ground. Lift the other leg high. If you need a break, take it. But otherwise, 3 times, knee to nose, round forward. Drive it back. Knee to nose, round forward. Send it away. Last one, hug it in, hold. Shoulders down, neck soft, leg pulling in. Take a breath. Set the foot onto the ground underneath. Give yourself a moment or two. If you want to wiggle and move, do it. But when you're ready, we'll tuck the knee down. We'll take those toes away. And then you're pulling your front heel towards your back knee and rising up. Notice if anything feels different. Is it enough to stay here? That's okay. If you want to take those fingertips up, that's great too. Almost think you're holding a present above your head, reaching it up to the sky while trying to flatten out through the front of that right hip. It's almost like someone is trying to push your tushy forward. You're still obviously activating that thutt area. Big inhale. Hands down. Tuck your toe, lift your back knee. Now remember, we are going to kind of hollow through our tummy. We're going to lift up through the back of our leg, and then we will pull that knee into our chest. Return to your three-legged dog. Set that foot on the ground. No hurry, no rush. Big inhale. Big sigh out. And then once more, roll forward. Find your plank. And let's lower down again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bend the knees, take a windshield wiper, and we are going to lie on our back. However you want to get there. Make your way down and walk your feet in so they're in line with your sitting bones. Hands down by your sides, palms pressing down. Point that nose straight up to the sky. Tone your tummy, big inhale. Exhale, lift your right foot up. Keep it there. Another breath. Bring your left to meet your right. If we need to set a foot down, that's absolutely fine, but otherwise try to draw those inner thighs towards one another. Keep pressing the palms into the ground. And from here, all I want us to do 3 times. Reach your toes out and away as you inhale. Exhale, slowly pull them back in. Now your legs can be higher or lower than mine. The lower they go, the more challenging this is. The higher, a little bit easier, a little more gentle. Now this next time, I want you to reach those toes out and away. Just like we did when we were lying on our tummy, I want you to squeeze that thutt. I want you to reach your toes far away. And then from here, inhale, slide them apart like it's on the ledge again. Exhale, inner thighs pull together. Inhale, slide it apart. Exhale, pull it in. Last one, open. Exhale, close. One more breath. Pull your knees in. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. And then from here, relax your feet down. Broaden those shoulders. Take a little nod of the head side to side. We'll do 3 rounds of bridge, and I am not so concerned at this moment in time if you want to lift up a little higher and open those ribs. More of a yoga bridge than a Pilates. It is up to you what feels good in your body, but lower down when you're ready. Press on up, lift into that bridge, and lower right back down. Last one, press up, hold. Keep your nose pointing up to the sky. If you want to take it a little deeper, if you want to lift your hips up higher, opening up the ribs for a bit of a chest expansion, that is your call. But otherwise, lower down when you're ready. Relax your feet out. Just let yourself settle on your mat. Maybe nod the head a little to give your neck some love and attention. Relax that face, close your eyes. Take a big deep inhale. Great big breath out. And from here, just take a moment to be so proud of how strong your body is today, for doing something so good and special just for you. And remember, you can always hang out here on your mat, following the flow of each inhale and exhale for as long as you like. But when you feel ready to move on with your day, you can reach your fingers and toes away from one another, give them a little wiggle and squeeze, roll to one side, push yourself up to a seat, and as always, a pat on the back saying thank you for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed class, and I can't wait to see you again.